Welcome. I'm Kristen from Pilates Home Practice. This is Martia Nelson and Nancy Cadigan.
Hello.
The winners of the 6-week spring challenge.
Yay!
Woohoo! So I brought them here to ask them how winning the 6-week challenge helped them incorporate Pilates into their daily lives and how they felt doing Pilates more often. And first I'm going to ask them how often they came into the studio.
Well, we each had a key and a cot.
How many times a week did you come in?
On an average, I probably averaged 5 times because we both came in 32 times.
32 times in 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome.
Right.
Now, I must say, the 5th week, I was out most of the week with a cold.
Yes, she was.
That's
Nancy took total advantage. She doubled up on her sessions. I came back still in a weakened state, and she was miles ahead on the chart.
Yep.
And so that last week, the 6th week, I had to come in 10 times to catch up with her.
Funny.
10 hours.
And how did that feel to work out 10 times in a week?
Honestly, it was the best week of my life. In terms of how I felt it was not too much because I paced myself.
Yeah.
And
you did different kinds of workouts.
I did different kinds of workouts, and one day I came in the morning and then in the evening and took a nap.
Mm-hmm.
But I felt the strongest and the most flexible that I've ever felt. And it was a total recharge, and I felt like it was my anti-aging week. It was good. It was really good.
So more than just your body.
My body and my mind, yeah. There's, and I find this with Pilates in general, that when I come regularly, several times a week, there's a mental clarity and there's sort of this emotional stability that throughout the day, just fewer kind of ups and downs, and it's very stabilizing.
Yeah, you feel balanced not only in your
Balanced,
body,
right. That's the
but
word,
mentally
balanced.
and spiritually.
Yes.
And did you have the same experience?
No, not exactly. But what I really enjoyed in this challenge was I started to self-practice because I wasn't taking 5 classes a week. Sorry. And that was really nice to self-practice to go, oh, I know this. And to do that, doing my own self-corrections and definitely feeling stronger.
And you owned it.
Yeah. Enough so that I was like, oh, I'm not doing mat level 1. Now I'm doing mat level 2. And there were some times I did a self-practice and then came in for a class, and that always just felt great. And I've continued to self-practice, home practice, and that's been a really bonus to my competitive side.
And then I also want to ask you if you felt like it affected the way you move outside of the studio.
Definitely, because to feel stronger and more flexible, 2 things. I felt and still feel much more glide when I'm walking along, and it made me realize, I didn't realize kind of how choppy walking could be because you just do what you do.
Right.
But definitely more glide, more ease. And the second thing was very pronounced. Just walking itself felt so pleasurable. I inhabit my body now in a way that I didn't quite. And just walking from the kitchen through the dining room to my office, I'm aware of how I'm moving, and it feels so good. It's a joy to be in my body. It's a joy to move in the simplest ways.
Nice.
Ooh,
that gave me
I love
shivers.
mindfulness.
Mindfulness.
For me, that was not quite my practice. I am recovering from I broke my ankle last year in September and came back to Pilates in January to work with Kristen. I still had a very pronounced limp, and I had a weakness in my ankle that we've been working on, and then I just that's an area I just keep stretching and working on. So I just really felt that I was doing a lot more healing in that area, and my dog really liked it. He got a lot more walks during the 6-week challenge.
Yeah. There's another element we should talk about, which is the community here.
Yeah.
Because being here so many more times really strengthened my sense of community.
Nice.
And one thing perhaps you should know about Nancy and me is that we created our own competition. Last year, we were both in the challenge, and it was set up differently. There were prizes for the person who came in the most, and for second place and third place and so on. And Nancy won by one.
Yay.
Yeah. And this year, Kristen changed it so that nobody was competing against anybody else. You just chose how many times you wanted to come in for your own optimum practice, and put stars up on the chart every time you came in to keep track. But Nancy and I, we maintained our competition.
Yes,
we were fierce.
Well, you motivated each other, but
We
then
did.
in the end, you allowed the other to catch up so that you could be even.
We tied.
Yes.
And we
It's so
become better
lovely.
friends.
That's true. Very true.
And kind of in the studio kind of got involved.
Yes,
You know?
yes.
Who's ahead? How are you doing?
Yeah,
How many
yeah.
times have you come in?
Yeah.
So we do have a wine tasting party coming up in a month that everybody who participated in will be invited to, and there'll be prizes for various things that I have to look more carefully at the chart. But these are our two winners, and they will be presented with tiaras. Or actually, Marcia wants a tiara. Nancy will have to figure out what she wants rather than a...
I'll take a tiara. Marcia's got a tiara. I want a tiara.
Because really, we're only 12 years old.
Right,
really.
right.
a Pilates tiara. So I'm very proud of you both, and I thought it was great for me as the studio owner. I have trouble, just like the rest of you, getting in here to practice. So it's really good for us as teachers to put our star up on the board too.
Great.
And when I practice more, I feel incredible.
Great.
So that's our winners of the Spring Challenge. Thank you for watching.
All right.